Hello, and thanks for tuning in again this week. This is my legislative update for March 4th through 8th. There are a few bills coming up for a vote this week in the House and some committee hearings to talk about as well. There are 7 bills and 1 resolution in the House this week. The only recorded vote is H.R. 1. That's the For the People Act of 2019. H.R. 1 is likely to pass. The vote probably will happen on Thursday. And the bill is intended to expand access to the ballot box, create some new rules for ethics of people in public service, and intended to get a lot of the big dark money out of politics. Pretty sweeping piece of legislation in the campaign finance arena. As I said, it's likely to pass probably by Democrats only. Currently has 236 co-sponsors, all of them Democrats. We'll see if any of the Republicans come on board with trying to help change money and ethics and ballot box access this week. The 6 other bills that will come up for a vote, likely to pass by a voice vote. There's a couple of bills in the energy arena, a couple of bills dealing with veterans issues, and 1 bill and 1 resolution with new building designations in a couple of facilities in the country. There are over 30 hearings scheduled next week, both in the Senate and in the House. There are a couple of bills, a couple of hearings that I wanted to highlight for you. On Wednesday at 10 o'clock, the House Judiciary Committee is meeting, and they're going to be talking about protecting Dreamers and TPS recipients. Certainly this has gotten a lot of attention with the President's emergency declaration with a border wall and border security, and whether or not Dreamers would be part of some kind of comprehensive immigration reform. So the House is looking at that, and it'll be interesting to me to see what comes out of that hearing. On Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pension Committee will be looking at vaccines. And the title of the hearing is Vaccines Save Lives, What is Driving Preventative Disease Outbreaks. So a very important topic, and we'll see what comes out of that Senate hearing, if there's any legislation around vaccines, and certainly a topic that's been in the news and impacting families around the country. So not a lot of legislation, but a lot of hearings, and I hope you get a chance to take a look at those. If you go to congress.gov and look at committee schedules, you can see the lineup for those hearings. They're all on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of the week. And again, if you go to congress.gov and click on legislation, you're able to see what bills have been introduced and which ones are coming to the floor. I would encourage you to do that as well. That's the update for this week. Hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.